Welcome back to Wineology. We're here with Aaron Bick from WineOnline.ca. What are we drinking next?
We are moving into a really cool wine here. This is a Jura Chardonnay. Most people don't know anything about this wine, and frankly, 9 out of 10 people, unless they had a wine expert telling them how great it was, would probably think there was something wrong with it. You can see it tastes a lot more like what you would expect a sherry to taste like than what you would expect a typical French Chardonnay to taste like. So basically, they let it oxidize during the fermentation process, so you get a very different flavor. Personally, I absolutely love it. There's nothing better with like a cheese plate or a little charcuterie. It can even match up beautifully with fish off the barbecue. It's awesome.
Okay. Wow.
Anyway,
okay.
But try it. It's
Oh yeah.
it's
okay.
very
Already,
different
I'm getting
than what you're going to expect.
I'm getting an idea already here, just from the nose.
So it's very nutty.
Oh, that's just.
Yeah, it's
Well, you think about having cheese, and often you'll have walnuts or you'll have other nuts on the plate, and it's all there.
It's the perfect complement.
Yeah,
exactly.
Perfect, yeah.
So this is a wine.
That's very surprising.
Yeah, but okay. So here's what happens. We brought in this wine. We brought in quite a bit of it because we had the people who really know about wine will order this and know what it's supposed to taste like. But then we had a bunch of people who say, "Oh, French Chardonnay. It's not cheap, but it's 30. I think it was 30 bucks a bottle." But they go, I love French Chardonnay. I'm going to order a case.
Sure.
And they order it, and they call you or they email you and go, "There's something wrong with the wine."
Oh yeah.
And because if you're not educated and you don't have someone like me telling you, and often people don't read the full description. They just go French Chardonnay, boom, I want to buy it. And so.
Yeah, you gave me the full disclaimer in advance.
So when I sit with people and I give them the pre-warning about what the wine's going to taste like, they get all excited about the wine. But we have to revisit how we're going to sell.
I can see a traditional Chardonnay, and you're tasting this, and you're thinking, there's something. It's corked. It's this. It's that. Whatever you want to say.
It's oxidized. It tastes like it's been open
for
3 weeks.
But it is oxidized. That's the point.
So for me, I like this more than your average, because this is still young. For me, if I'm drinking Burgundy or I'm drinking Chablis, it needs to have a decent amount of age behind it.
Yeah.
And it's better than it's at the same price as a Bourgogne or a Village Chablis, and I drink this 9 times out of 10 over.
Oh no, it's delicious. It's delicious. And I mean, you can get a little bit of flavoring in like a Meursault, but it's like quite expensive too.
Yeah, Meursault.
Right, the Meursaults.
The Meursault had double or triple the price.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So, wow, this is terrific.
I mean, if you're looking for value Chardonnay, you probably want to go with value. Premier Cru Chablis is a good way to go.
Sure.
It's going to cost about half what a Premier Cru Meursault will cost you.
Yeah.
And it will
deliver. Still getting the effect.
I love it. I was just in Chablis last week, actually. It was quite great.
Oh, terrific.
I got to do one of the best wine tastings of my whole life. But I'm thinking that we should keep it moving along here.
Yeah, let's get to the next one.
Okay, so
I'm a really slow drinker. That's the problem.
Oh, you got to work on that. We count on people like you to keep Wine Online moving. So just so we know how dinner will be approached tonight, this will probably be drank before appetizers even start to arrive.
Oh, that's neat.
This will be with our appetizers. This will be. Oh, and I'm going to plug where we're going for dinner tonight because it's actually like my favorite restaurant in Toronto.
Yeah.
So if you ever have the chance to go to Actinolite over there on Ossington, it's the true Canadian. It's true Canadian food. It's the only. It's remarkable. Let me just say that.
So where is it on Ossington? It's just
1 block south of Dupont. I forget the name. Dowling, corner of Ossington.
Yeah.
Dowling,
okay, but it's just down in that whole restaurant row there, or no? It's
Dupont.
Sorry,
not Dundas.
Dupont. Oh, so up.
Yeah, between Bloor and Dupont.
Oh, okay, up that way. Okay,
Yeah.
Good. Okay,
in the annex,
yeah.
sort of.
So not down in the. Yeah, where Cafe Libretto is and those places.
That's
not down that
not
way.
in the hipster zone of
not
Ossington.
Not in the hipster zone, yeah.
But
well, that's good news.
Yeah, it's always worth trying. The guy who owns it's one of the most nicest, most authentic people I've met, who cares about his craft deeply, and I've never had a meal there that I wasn't totally impressed with.
All right.
But anyway, to move on, we are moving to this Priorat, which is Basque country in Spain, sort of just north of Barcelona.
Sure, yeah.
I
I love Spanish wines, by the way, just as a side note.
It's pretty, it's like it's an old wine region, but it got famous lately, so the wine prices have gone up a lot. But they've also invested a lot in their winemaking, and these guys are sort of the up-and-comers. They're not up-and-comers, they're already there, but they're producing some of the best wines in the region, and they're newly talked about with the best producers in the region. So the name is Ferrer Bobet, and this is an old vine Priorat. It's, if you like a wine with a lot of flavor but still that maintains finesse, you're gonna like this.
Okay.
So this will be served with our main course, and frankly, I just didn't have time to go to the cellar. Normally I would not be drinking a wine this big and this young with my dinner. Normally I like to let them sit a little while.
Yeah. So, and what, do you have a fixed dinner? Do you know what you're having? Or?
It's always tasting menus.
Oh, it's a tasting menu,
Yes.
so, but it's a surprise.
Well, I could probably go on the website and figure it out, but
Yeah. So you don't know what this wine's going to be paired with, but you're confident it's going to be something special.
Yeah, I've never been there when it's not been great.
Yeah.
But there will be some sort of meat course.
Some kind of meat course would be great.
Yeah, which will go nicely with this. And likely,
likely,
I would probably open this at the same time and get 2 glasses going. Because this one is...
That's allowed, by the way.
To have more than
No,
one?
to open the other one at the same time.
Oh, yeah, well, we might do it. But at the restaurant?
No,
Or
I
here?
meant here.
Okay, well, we need some glasses. Assistant helper, please bring some glasses. So we can taste, this will be interesting, actually. So this is from 2007. We actually have this wine in stock. Much like this wine, it's not exactly cheap.
Thank you, young man.
But so this is from Bandol, which is a totally unsung appellation in the south of France, but it's sort of between Nice and Marseille.
Right.
Mourvedre-based wines. Just, the how I ended up figuring out about these wines is every time I go drink with a French winemaker, we're always drinking Bandol. So I sort of thought, okay, if French winemaker's drinking this wine, I better, start
Bandol.
figuring it out. So we started bringing in with their rosé, and
there's a place on the coast called Bandol.
that's the place.
That's the place. I've been there. I've been there.
There you go. This is it.
And it's kind of a reasonably priced Côte d'Azur.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly.
Beach community. It's a great spot.
Well,
I was there in 2014.
well, hopefully you were drinking the
Yeah, it was lovely.
rosé, because it is considered to be the best rosé from Provence, and the reds are pretty awesome too.
I did have a rosé at dinner.
I'm sure you did. I'm sure you had a few. I hope. Anyway, so this needs a bit of air, but you can just tell us. So the difference between these wines are actually incredibly similar. There's mostly the same grape, but you can tell what the extra 7 years of age has done to this. It's just so approachable.
So you're talking now
right
about the vines, are you?
Well, I'm talking about the eight. I'm
Oh,
talking
the
about
aging of the...
This is 2007, and this is 2014.
Oh, okay, you're talking about the age of the actual wine.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, because you said this was an old vine.
Old vine. The vines.
The
vines
okay.
themselves are old. These are
Right.
old vines too.
Okay.
But that one.
But
says-
you're talking about the actual age of the wine. This
Yeah.
has
So
aged
for
a lot
me,
more.
a wine of this quality tends to need age. It just does.
Yeah.
You can drink them young, and my favorite statement. Well, I'm not going to say it, actually. It's inappropriate for...
Oh, you can say whatever you like.
All right. Well, my favorite statement from an Italian winemaker ever, when I asked him when he liked to drink his wines, he says, "I like my wine like I like my women, young."
Oh, okay, there you go.
Okay,
You
if
go.
you say so. Anyway, so these will probably
Well,
be,
you know, he's Italian.
he's Italian, so whatever. Anyway, so as you can tell, these are both very nice, delicious, layered,
Fantastic.
and
So
highly
they're
drinkable.
so different, and yet
Very similar.
well, they are similar. It's interesting you say that, but this one I can tell is an older wine.
Yeah, I mean, this one I'd
With
rather.
my limited knowledge.
I mean, I'd rather drink this one. This one's better right now.
All right. Well, wow, we've covered a lot of ground here, Aaron. That's wonderful.
Mr. Sinclair, it's been nothing but a pleasure.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
I'm looking forward to doing it again soon.
I've learned a lot.
Well,
I have to process it all
I
now.
feel like I too have learned a lot.
That's good. We'll see you again soon.
Cheers.
Cheers.